Welcome, gents. True power isn't about controlling others, but mastering yourself. In a world fixated on power, dominance, and social rankings, everyone wants to be the top dog. But what if real strength isn't about being at the top of the pack, but about moving freely outside of it? Enter the Sigma male. He doesn't chase the spotlight, but it somehow gravitates towards him. He's respected without seeking it, followed without actively leading, and understood by only a few. While some might see him as mysterious or distant, the Sigma male has discovered a different kind of power, one that doesn't rely on others for validation. So, how can you tell if you're a Sigma male rather than the alpha everyone expects you to be? Let's explore the signs of someone who forges their own path, answers to no one, and finds true freedom in the shadows. Number 1. People naturally seek your guidance without you flexing your ego. People turn to you for advice without you needing to say a word or make a fuss. It's like they instinctively know you've got things figured out. You might be quietly going about your day when someone suddenly seeks your guidance on their career or relationship issues. You didn't sign up to be their counselor, but there they are, treating you like their personal guru. What's interesting is you don't even try to be that person. You're not out there giving speeches or posting life hacks online, but people still pick up on your vibe. It's probably because you're not trying to show off. You're not the loudest in the room, but you exude a calm, steady confidence. Even if you're winging it like everyone else, you have this air of, I've got it together. You're not pushing your wisdom on anyone. People come to you because they trust that your advice will be thoughtful and practical, not just recycled cliches. It's kind of funny. One minute you're just trying to enjoy a quiet coffee, and the next, someone's sharing their life story with you. But that's what happens when you don't need to prove yourself. People just sense that you have the answers, even if you're not shouting about it. Number 2. You command respect through presence, not force. You walk into a room, and people just respect you. It's not because you're showing off or trying hard, you're simply there, and that's enough. It's almost like a cheat code, but who's complaining? You don't need to brag or boss people around. You're not flexing or name-dropping. People just sense something about you, like, yeah, this person has it together. And you're thinking, I just showed up. It's all about your vibe, calm and confident without making a fuss. You don't need to strut around to grab attention. Your quiet self-assurance says, I know who I am, and I don't need to prove it to you. That's what makes people respect you. Most folks are hustling to get noticed, but you're just being yourself. Ironically, that makes you even more respected. What's funny is you probably don't even realize it most of the time. You're not demanding respect. It just naturally comes to you because you don't need to be the loudest to have a strong presence. It's like having a powerful aura without trying. People just feel it. And honestly, it's great not having to work for respect. It's like hitting the jackpot without even buying a ticket. Number 3. Independence is your drug, not control. Power? That's for the alphas to argue over. You're all about living on your own terms. While others are busy trying to control people and situations, you're more interested in managing your own life. The thought of overseeing a bunch of people, micromanaging everything, and dealing with the chaos? No thanks. You'd rather enjoy the freedom to do what you want, when you want. You crave independence, not authority. Power can be messy. Everyone's clawing for a piece of it, often stepping over others to get it. You're more focused on keeping your own space free and clear. You want room to create, think, and move without anyone constantly watching you or waiting for you to make decisions. The idea of leading or controlling others doesn't appeal to you. You'd rather stay in your own lane than manage a whole traffic jam. Independence means making your own choices without needing anyone's approval. That's where you thrive. While some think power equals success, you see it differently. Power can be fleeting and stressful. But independence, that's the real prize. No one's pulling your strings. You get to live how you want, and that's the ultimate win. So let the alphas battle for the spotlight. You're content building your own quiet, independent life. Number 4. You can admit when you're wrong without crumbling. You don't have a problem admitting when you're wrong because your ego isn't made of glass. While some people act like owning up to mistakes is a huge deal, you're like, Yeah, I messed up. What's next? You know that being wrong doesn't make you less smart or capable. It just means you're human, and we're all in that same boat. In fact, people end up respecting you more for owning your mistakes. It's almost like a superpower. When you say, "Hey, I got that wrong," people aren't looking down on you, they're actually impressed. It's refreshing because so many people would rather dig in their heels than admit they missed the mark. But not you. You're self-aware enough to know that admitting a mistake doesn't make you weaker. It shows confidence in yourself and your ability to handle a little stumble. Plus, it's just practical. Admitting when you're wrong helps you learn faster and move on without all the drama. You don't waste energy defending a bad call or clinging to mistakes. Instead, you adjust and keep going. It's like, why complicate things? Mistakes are just part of the journey, and you've got better things to do than stress over perfection. Gents, if you're enjoying this deep dive into what makes a Sigma male stand out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more insights and intriguing content coming your way, and you don't want to miss out. So go ahead, subscribe and stay tuned for more. Number 5. You're socially flexible, but value your space. You've got this amazing social superpower. You can turn on the charm and be the life of the party when you need to, whether it's work events, social gatherings, or just hanging out. You can work the room, chat with anyone, and even crack a few jokes. To everyone around you, it probably seems like you thrive on social interactions and live for the spotlight. But here's the twist. While you're out there mingling and being social, you're actually counting down the moments until you can retreat back to your own space. As much as you can hold your own in social settings, you don't need that constant buzz. In fact, after a while, it starts to drain you. You've got a knack for being selectively social. You show up, make an impression, and then gracefully bow out when you've had enough. When you do retreat, it's not because you're shy or antisocial. It's because you genuinely enjoy your own company. Solitude is how you recharge, while others are busy trying to keep the party going. People might find you a bit mysterious because you can be warm and engaging one minute and then vanish the next. But that's just your style. You don't chase attention or need social validation. You glide in and out of social scenes on your own terms, and when it's time to be alone, you dive into it without a second thought. Being comfortable with your own company sets you apart. The social butterfly routine is just something you do when needed, but it's never your default setting. Number 6. Your inner world is a fortress guarded and private. You're like a fortress when it comes to your thoughts and feelings. People might think they're getting to know you during conversations, but in reality, they're only skimming the surface. You keep a lot to yourself, not out of secrecy, but because you simply don't feel the need to share every detail of what's going on inside your head. It's not that you don't trust people. You just prefer to keep your inner world private. This air of mystery often drives others a bit crazy. They're curious about what makes you tick, what you're thinking, or how you feel. But you're content to keep things to yourself, even if you're going through something big. You're not one to unload your emotions over coffee or get overly expressive with friends. It's not that you're bottling things up in an unhealthy way, you've just perfected the art of dealing with your thoughts internally. You work through things on your own, at your own pace, without needing anyone's input. While some might see this as being aloof or emotionally distant, for you, it's simply your way of operating. You don't need external validation to process your thoughts or feel connected. You're perfectly fine with your own company and your own reflections. Meanwhile, others might be broadcasting their latest drama on social media or to anyone who'll listen, but you handle your business quietly. Let them wonder. It's part of what makes you intriguing. Number 7. Success is your own recipe, not the standard formula. You don't play by the usual rules for success, probably because you ditched that playbook ages ago. You've got your own unique approach, and it's definitely not the standard route everyone else follows. While most people are busy climbing the corporate ladder and making all the right connections, you're out here building your own path, doing things that might make traditional professionals break into a cold sweat. Your methods are far from conventional. Maybe you don't stick to a 9-to-5 schedule, or you turned a quirky hobby into a thriving career. You take risks, but they're smart and well thought out, even if they seem crazy to outsiders. Your thinking is outside the box, and because of that, you spot opportunities where others miss them. To you, success isn't about following the crowd or ticking off society's achievement checklist. It's about finding your own groove and making choices that align with your own vision, not anyone else's. Sure, people might raise eyebrows at your unconventional methods, but you're not bothered by it. You're not interested in blending in, and you're perfectly happy standing out. You understand that real success comes from doing what works for you, not what's expected of you. And when your unique strategies start paying off, it's almost amusing to watch others try to figure out your secret. But that's the point. What works for them won't work for you, and you wouldn't have it any other way. You're not here to win by their rules. You're here to create your own. Number 8. You respect all without bowing down to status. You treat everyone with the same respect, whether they're the CEO of a big company or the barista who makes your morning coffee. It's not about being a saint or overly virtuous. You just genuinely see everyone as equals. While others might measure their respect based on someone's status or what they can gain from them, you hand out respect freely, like it's candy at a parade. It's like you have a built-in sense that everyone has their own struggles and stories, no matter their social status. You don't get wrapped up in power plays or favoritism. If someone is kind to you, you return the kindness. If they're rude, you respond with a calm that makes them wonder if you're secretly a Zen master. You don't need to put others down to boost yourself or climb any social ladder. What's amusing is that people sometimes mistake your equal treatment for indifference or lack of ambition. They're used to seeing respect as something earned through status or achievements, not something given freely. But you understand that respecting everyone doesn't lessen your own worth. It shows that you recognize true strength comes from valuing people as they are, not for what they can offer you. It's not about putting on a show or ticking off some moral checklist. It's just who you are. You respect everyone because you believe everyone deserves it. And that's a level of clarity not everyone can claim. So how can you tell if you're a Sigma male instead of the alpha everyone expects you to be? It's about recognizing that true strength lies not in the spotlight or the chase for dominance, but in a quieter, more profound kind of power. Unlike the alpha, who thrives on visible control and constant validation, a Sigma male navigates life with an unspoken confidence that doesn't need to compete or be seen. You're not driven by the need to lead or to be in charge. Instead, you carve out your own path, operate on your own terms, and find comfort in autonomy rather than authority. Your value isn't measured by titles or social rankings. It's rooted in your ability to thrive independently and handle life's complexities with grace and resilience. In essence, being a Sigma male is about being comfortable with yourself in a way that doesn't require external validation. It's the difference between being a leader in the conventional sense and being a leader of your own life, on your own terms. If you find yourself content with solitude, unaffected by the drama of social hierarchies, and quietly confident without needing to broadcast it, you're not just following a different script, you're rewriting the whole play. Please don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.